Sorry, I didn't think to start this video before I made the repair, but I just wanted to show you what I did here. So this is a lid lock on a modern washing machine. If you look towards the top there where the pivot is, you can see there's a very fine crack. So these are just kind of weak by design, and if you get somebody that doesn't understand what a lid lock is, they try to open it, it will break very easily, and then you're going to be out at least 20 bucks, maybe more, depending on where you buy it from. And if you're handy or not, possibly even, paying for a repairman to come out and replace it. And the position of the lid lock is right here at the top corner. It's these two pieces, the one I showed you before and this one. And this just fits right up in there. A couple of screws. They are security Torx bits, so I didn't see any reason to have a security bit on a washing machine, so I took a Dremel and I ground out the security part of the bit, so you can just use a regular Torx. That's up to you. But yeah, so you just take out the two screws, one at the very front edge, one on the side, and the whole thing just pops out. So what I did here was, first I super glued the two pieces back together. I didn't think it was going to work with this type of plastic, but surprisingly enough it did. Once it was super glued and stable, I took one of these plastic welders, which go for about 35 bucks on Amazon, and I put one of these metal staples through it. The staple goes about halfway into the plastic. These things heat up and you can just push them right in. And then you use this flat blade that goes on the end of the plastic welder. It's really just a glorified soldering iron when you come right down to it. And let me see if I can focus in on this. And then you can smooth out the plastic there. Now, anything else that you got to do, you can do with sandpaper, whatever, a file. You can snip these staple ends off and just sand them down and you'll be good to go. So, at this point, I would honestly feel that this part is stronger than an original part because it's metal reinforced. Going to have a lot harder time breaking this in half and losing functionality of a washing machine. So I'll give you another little snippet once it's back installed and we'll see how it works. Okay, we're back again after the part has been final repaired. You can see it's nice and smooth. Well, there we go. You can see those little metal ends of the staple after they were cut and sanded. Everything sanded down. Again, this part has been super glued and metal stapled with a plastic welder. And you can see what a really, really nice job these plastic welders do. They're cheap tools and yet they're just wonderful. So it heats up the plastic immediately surrounding the staple. And then you can press it right into the plastic and the plastic basically just folds back in on itself. And you can use that flat blade that I showed you earlier and smooth it out a little bit and then sand it and you're done. I mean, I didn't worry about making this pretty because it doesn't need to be. It's never going to be seen again. But I would consider this really to be stronger than the original part at this point because it's got a piece of metal going from the top to about the middle there, as you can see. So we're going to go ahead and reassemble these pieces. That just goes right in there like that. You have to give it a little push to get it past the locking mechanism. There we go. All right, snapped in. And as you can see, it still has, well, you probably can't see on the video. I'll see if I can do it here. It still has spring, so it maintains all of its original function. You can't even see the repair except for that little tiny metal pin looking thing sticking there. And this is going to go right back in. So I cannot hold the camera and put the screws in and hold the lid lock at the same time. So I'll catch you on the other side. Okay, the lid lock is reinstalled. Again, you can see it maintains all of its original functionality, this particular repair at least. And we still have a washer full of water. So we are going to see right now if it works. So there we go. That part works. All right. And we are going to go to spin only. Nope, there it goes. Okay. So I just heard the lid lock click and there goes the machine. You can see the lid lock light is on, and it is draining. Try to lift the lid, you can't. But again, what happened here was somebody wanted to throw an extra pair of socks in or something and forcibly opened the lid, breaking the lid lock, and then said, oh, the machine doesn't work anymore. What happened? So there we go. All right, if you got some value out of this video, please hit the like and the subscribe buttons for me, and I'll see you on the next one.